Hi! Within this lecture, we're going to dive into the if statements because that's why we have spent so much time on these operands like greater than, less than, or equal to, not equal to, and, or. Because most of the time in programming, we're gonna go for if statements. Because most of the time, we want to tell to software to do this if something happens. Like, if x is actually less than y, then you're gonna do this. But else, if it's not, then you're gonna do that. For example, over here, we're gonna check to see if x is actually less than y. And we have some complicated codes over here, but the current value of x is 3, y is 4, and z is 5. And over here, beware of the curly braces. Like, we have a lot of curly braces right now. And in the if block, I opened a new curly brace. And it means it has its own coding block. Now, if I write something over here, like y is bigger, okay, it will run because x is actually less than y. But this will run only and only if x is less than y. Now, if I change x to be 30, it won't be run, as you can see, because x is not less than y anymore. So this will get run, this execution block, this coding block, inside of the curly braces, will only get run if and only if the condition holds. That's how we leverage if statements. We write if, and inside of the parentheses we write the condition, and then we open a coding block, and inside of that coding block we write whatever we want to do if that condition holds. But if it doesn't hold, it won't get run or it won't be executed no matter what. For example, we could have downloaded something from the internet. We could have added a new animation or something. It really doesn't matter. You don't always have to print line something out of the logcat. In real world, you control for a statement, and if that holds, you do whatever you want to do. So, if x is less than y, we're gonna write y is bigger. But what if it doesn't? Maybe I want to have another condition like this. Else if maybe y is less than x, okay? So if x is less than y, then I'm gonna print out y is bigger. So I'm closing the curly braces after I write system.out.println, and I say else if y is less than x, and I'm going to write this x is bigger over here. Now if I run this, then I'm gonna see x is bigger. So this is cool. I get to propose a statement, and then afterwards I get to say what if it doesn't hold as well. But over here, as you can see, maybe we can come up with a point that x is greater than y and y is greater than x. But what if they're equal? Actually, maybe we can add something for that as well, like this. X is equal y. So as you can see, we can add as many else if blocks as we want, like this. So let's make them equal and run this. Here you go, x is equal to y. Since they are all 30, now they're equal. And we can actually propose something like this as well. We can do an else. So else means if this doesn't hold, and if neither of the else ifs do not hold as well, then what's gonna happen? So maybe you have like tens of thousands of conditions over here. Of course, it wouldn't be effective, but just imagine that you have 100 else ifs over here. So if none of them holds, then maybe you may want to do something as well. Then you can use else. If nothing holds in this if statement, if control, then we're going to print out this. But if something holds, then it will print out only the code inside of the related block. Okay? So in this example, since x is not less than y and y is not less than x, it's printing out x equals y. So that's it for the if statements. It really looks like a basic one, but we're gonna use this a lot in the Android development. So if you come to this point, very good, let's stop here and continue with the next lecture.